What's up, rockers? I am Sean Pugh, and you've made it back inside the Skunk Stash, your weekly top 5 classic rock countdown of the loud, the proud, and the legendary. This week, we're headed to Jacksonville, Florida. Now, you know the Southern rock family tree. Leonard Skinner were the fathers, the Allman Brothers the philosophers, but Molly Hatchet, they were the rowdy cousins with switchblades in their boots. Formed in the mid-'70s by guitarist Dave Lubeck, Molly Hatchet came armed with a triple guitar attack, a harder edge, and album covers that looked like medieval warriors marching straight out of a fantasy battlefield. These guys weren't just singing about the South, they were ready to conquer it. So saddle up, grab a drink, and let's crank it. Here are the top 5 Molly Hatchet songs and the stories that made them Southern rock warriors inside the Skunk Stash.
Number 5.
We kick things off at number 5 from their 1978 self-titled debut album. It is Gator Country. This was Hatchet's introduction to the world, and they came out swinging. Danny Joe Brown, their leather-lunged frontman, snarled about Dixie Pride and dropped names like Skinnerd and the Outlaws right in the lyrics. But this wasn't just a song, it was a declaration. We belong in this club too. The guitars roared like swamp thunder, and the groove is pure biker bar energy. Gator Country wasn't just a chest beater, it was geography. Molly Hatchet was telling the world, we're from Florida, we're dangerous, and we're here to party.
Number 4.
Sliding into the number 4 spot, another one from their 1978 self-titled debut album. This one is Bounty Hunter. This is Hatchet at their most feral. The song starts with Danny Joe Brown's famous scream, and from there, it's a knife fight of riffs. The song's outlaw theme fits the band perfectly. They weren't polished, they weren't chasing radio ballads. They sounded like a Southern gang with Marshall stacks. In the late 70s, Molly Hatchet were playing packed clubs around Jacksonville, Florida, and Bounty Hunter became that kind of track that whipped crowds into such a frenzy that fights would break out mid-sets. The band leaned into it though. Danger was a part of the Molly Hatchet package.
Number 3.
At number 3 from 1979's Flirtin With Disaster album, this toast goes to the Whiskey Man. By 1979, Hatchet had hit their stride with Flirtin With Disaster, and this track is everything their reputation was built on. A triple guitar wall of sound, lyrics about booze-fueled chaos, and Danny Joe Brown sounding like he gargled gravel before stepping to the mic. This wasn't polished Nashville storytelling, this was lived in, dirty, and loud. Whiskey Man became one of the first Hatchet songs to prove they weren't just Southern rock, they were edging into heavy metal territory. Critics at the time were floored just how loud these boys could get.
Number 2.
At number 2, another one from their 1978 self-titled debut album. This one, though, a cover of the Allman Brothers. Now, covering the Allman Brothers is like touching holy ground in the South, brothers and sisters. But Molly Hatchet didn't just cover it, they cranked it to 11. They turned a slow, bluesy meditation into a galloping hard rock anthem. Danny Joe Brown belts it like his life depends upon it, and those guitars take the original melody and set that sumbitch on fire. This was a track that broke them onto the FM radios. DJs loved it because it was familiar but fresh, and for fans it proved Molly Hatchet wasn't afraid to step on sacred Southern rock grounds and make it their own.
Number 1.
And at number 1, the crown jewel of the Molly Hatchet catalog, title track from their 1979 release, it is Flirtin With Disaster. This is the song that defines them. From the opening riff to Danny Joe Brown's infamous ooh bop bop yeah, it's pure Southern adrenaline. The song's lyrics are about living fast, taking risks, and burning bright, and it hits home with rock fans everywhere. And musically, the song is relentless. From the opening riff to the very end, the band doesn't let up for a second. Flirtin With Disaster sold over 2 million copies, making Molly Hatchet one of the few Southern rock bands to cross over into mainstream hard rock territory. And to this day, still looked upon as one of the greatest Southern rock songs of all time. And there you have it, the top 5 Molly Hatchet tracks in the history that made them Southern rock legends right here inside the Skunk Stash. Molly Hatchet, they weren't polished, they weren't safe, they were dangerous, loud, and unforgettable. With album covers painted like war epics and songs that felt like barroom brawls set the music, they carved their place in hard rock history. Got a favorite Hatchet track that didn't make the list? Well, you know what to do. Hit up the comments and let me know all about it. Until next time, rockers, keep it loud, keep it weird, and and don't do anything I wouldn't do. And if you do, hey, name it after me. I'm Sean Pugh, inside the Skunk Stash.